Hello, dear friends, and good morning on the 24th of September. I was looking at the chart for today, and the thoughts that came to my mind, like the way to describe the day is a day of overthinking and overfeeling at the same time. And I will show you why is that. So here is our chart for today, and the moon is in Gemini. Here is the moon in the beginning, so during the morning. The moon is in Gemini, and there will be a square with Neptune and with Mercury. This combination may show some kind of restlessness of the mind, overthinking. Jupiter is here as well. So we may want to expand, or we may want to, let's say, move towards the future, or like do something big, something significant. But it's more in our thoughts, more in our kind of like vision, our mind. The square with Mercury and Neptune from one side shows the overthinking, but also possible confusion, lack of clarity, lack of like something specific and concrete, like things are a bit messy, things are a bit complicated. So this is the first half of the day. After that, the moon will move to Cancer around the middle of the day. And after the moon ingresses into Cancer, we are going to have 5 water planets out of 10, which is a lot. And this is also an indication that we could be over emotional, we could be oversensitive, we may take things too personally. And honestly, it could be difficult to motivate ourselves to do many things because there is no fire energy. And not just for today, like recently and in the near future, we are in a phase with very little fire energy. Right now, none of it is there. So when there is no fire and so much water, and the moon will be so strong in Cancer, emotions and what we feel is much more important than what we really do or external things. So it will be difficult to focus on external actions and new initiatives, especially during the second half of the day. Plus, also, after the moon moves to Cancer, it's getting into the last quarter phase of the lunar cycle. So basically, this last quarter phase, this is the last 1 week before the next new moon, which in our case will also be an eclipse. And this phase is also not so beneficial for new initiatives, for kind of like putting a lot of energy into something new. It's more efficient to focus on the stuff that you have already begun, to complete them, to fix them, to kind of like reconsider something, but not to kind of like jump into something big, new, that requires tons of new energy. Right now, we just don't have it. Again, no fire, dominant water energy, very strong moon, and very weak Mars. Mars is the planet of action, initiatives, taking risks, and so on. So my recommendation, focus on the things that you have already started, patiently, without rushing things, try to polish them, fix them, and after a while, there will be a time for new initiatives. What's helping us in this situation is the applying trine between Mars and Saturn. It's not exact yet. It will get exact towards the end of the week. The disadvantage here is that both Mars and Saturn are very weak. In weak signs, I mean. Mars is in Cancer, Saturn is in Pisces, water signs, which are not beneficial for any of the planets. So essentially, like, they are not really powerful, which means that we may not be able to fulfill the maximum of this energy, but we can still use it. We can use it for organizing some things or trying to keep things going in some kind of direction. So again, it's not the time to kind of like spread all over, focus on many new things at the same time. It's better to try to kind of like hold your energy in one direction and keep going there. I would say a little bit on autopilot, but it's still better than kind of like dropping everything and feeling like you don't have the energy for anything. So it's like trying to follow the line that you have already chosen, especially the things that are important, and to try to kind of like maintain this movement in the direction you have already chosen. That's the best we can do right now. And again, Saturn with Mars can help us to stabilize things, to have some level of control, not total control, if that's even possible ever, but right now it's really not. So yeah, try to maintain some kind of stability. First of all, on an inner and emotional level, with the dominant water energy with 5 planets there, and this trine, which is helping us in also from the water signs, it's like having the chance to get some level of control over those intense, very deep emotions. So interesting day in front of us. Again, not one of the simple ones, but I think that it could be really interesting, especially for people who tend to be overthinking or overfeeling. We may have the chance to work on this level to transform something, to kind of like be able to manage all of this in a different way. So this is how the energy looks like for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.